Yo, what's up, guys? We are back for this Thursday slate. Have a few days before Thursday, but had some free time today. Decided to make the video now. Pricing has already been released on both sites. FanDuel had it released a long time ago. DraftKings had it released about yesterday. So we have a 6-game slate for this Thursday, just a few days away. We're almost there, guys, if you guys are struggling. Before we get started with this video, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on it and subscribe. And you can also hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get notified when I upload. If you want to join for basketball or for baseball, you can visit the website in the description. And let's get on to it. We have 6 games, looking like a pretty good slate. The pricing is pretty soft for a lot of players. The first player I like is Damian Lillard. He's only at 8,600. He's been playing really well going into the break. His game log is filled with high 40s, 50s, has 60-point upside. It's a great matchup here against Brooklyn. They are not good defensively against point guards. They are top 5 worst teams in the league at allowing DraftKings points to point guards. Damian Lillard has been really solid on the road, averaging 2.5 more DraftKings points. He is playing a lot of minutes. He's averaging 49 DraftKings points in his past 10 days. And at an 8,600 price tag, that is really cheap. So I definitely love Damian Lillard at the point guard position. Speaking of too cheap, at shooting guard, we have Devin Booker. He's only 7,700. One of the cheapest price tags for Devin Booker in quite a while. He has been well over 8,000. He's even been over 9,000 one game. He's just a really good value at 7,700 facing Cleveland. He continues to play heavy minutes, continues to be leading the team in usage. He has the ball in his hands a lot. And coming off a rough game going into the break against the Clippers, only shot 2 of 10. He has just a great matchup against Cleveland. They are the worst defense in the league, even though they don't play super fast. But I don't see Jordan Clarkson or Colin Sexton or Nwaba or anybody slowing down Booker. So Booker wants to go off. He can easily go off here. There's going to be no resistance on the Cleveland side. And for a guy that has 50-point, 60-point upside, 7,700 is really cheap. I like Caris Levert on the Brooklyn side. So he finally played 30-plus minutes after he's been back for only his 3rd game back. He played 30 minutes. So he's been progressing really well from that gruesome injury. He jumped into the starting lineup that day against Cleveland. And so he should stay in the starting lineup going forward. Before he got hurt, he was a high 6K, low 7K player. And we're getting him at $5,100 right now. So that is a great bargain, especially now that we know he's going to see 30-plus minutes. He's still been pretty rough with his shot, 27 and 36% the past couple games, but he should get back to shooting the ball well. He was a very hot shooter going into before he got hurt, and he's just been very solid at home. He's only played 6 home games, but he is shooting almost 50% from the floor and well over 40% from 3, a lot better than only 20% from 3 on the road. So I definitely love Caris Levert here. He's just too cheap. I like Kyle Kuzma a lot at 5,900. So we've seen a different Kyle Kuzma than we did earlier this year since LeBron's come back. He's been super aggressive, 20-plus shot attempts in 3 straight games. A couple of those have been tough matchups against Boston and against Philly, but he still put up 39 and 46 DraftKings points in those 2 games. Had a bit of a rough game against Atlanta. But now he's going back against Houston. There should be a massive total in this game. The Lakers and Houston have played very close, competitive games so far this year. Kyle Kuzma is averaging 38 DraftKings points in 3 straight games. LeBron James should get P.J. Tucker defense, so that should continue to open up heavy volume for Kyle Kuzma, who's been playing very well alongside LeBron James since James has come back from injury. And 5,900 for a guy that has mid 40-point upside is just a great bargain. I love Jusuf Nurkic at 7,400. So if you look at just his game log, he's probably not going to attract a ton of attention. But you cannot ask for a better matchup going up against Brooklyn. They are allowing the most DraftKings points in the league this year to centers. Jusuf Nurkic has just an incredible ceiling. We saw it that one game where he posted like 88 DraftKings points or something ridiculous. He has a monster ceiling. What really kills him is foul trouble. He has fouled out in 2 out of his last 3 games. He has 5 or more fouls in 3 of 4 games. So he does have a big tendency to foul, but he's still been averaging about 27 minutes per game. He should easily be averaging more than that, but like I said, it's been the fouls. Now up against Brooklyn, against Jared Allen, who has shown some big block upside, but he really hasn't been able to slow any centers down. At 7,400, we should see the peak of Nurkic's price tag in a premier spot like this, but we're really seeing the low end at 7,400 is tied for the cheapest he's been since as far back as this goes, I guess, last 10 games. So he's really cheap. I want to take advantage of it, and just the best spot you could ask for against Brooklyn. The Blazers have not played the Nets yet this season, but last season, Nurkic played them twice. He had a monster game in one of them. He played 30 minutes, scored 29 points on 10 of 19 shooting, pulled down 15 rebounds, had 3 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal. Add that all up, it comes out to just under 60 DraftKings points, so Nurkic should demolish the Nets here. At a 7,400 price tag, he's just too cheap. And finally, I like DeMarcus Cousins, another revenge spot for him, going against the Kings, where he spent a large part of his career. Last season, Cousins had a huge game against Sacramento. It's a different story this year, obviously playing alongside 4 guys that all demand the ball and all take a large chunk of usage, except Draymond. But even Draymond's been, he has the ball in his hands a lot. DeMarcus Cousins at 6,100 is still really cheap, though. I like the price tag on him compared to that 6,800 price he was just heading into the break. He took 17 shots against Utah, finished with 37 points, 37 DraftKings points, but only made 4 of them. It's just a great spot here against Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein is not great defensively, especially not a match for DeMarcus Cousins. The Kings are struggle rebounding the basketball. DeMarcus Cousins has a ton of upside. He's played 28 minutes. The first time all year he's seen 28 minutes. I would think that the Warriors would like to see him get over 30 minutes before the postseason starts, so he's probably going to play around like 28 to 30 minutes for the rest of the year. And in those many minutes, he does have a big upside, especially in a matchup against Sacramento. So I love DeMarcus Cousins. Leaves us with 4,600 left to finish this out. There are just a ton of value plays that I also wanted to mention. Like, if you look at it, the amount of value that we have on the slate, it is crazy. Looks like a good slate to build multiple lineups because you might want to mix and match some of these value plays. But if you look at under 5,000, we have Sexton at 49. We have Willie Cauley-Stein at 49, really cheap for him. We have Harrison Barnes at 4,700. We have Dion Waiters at 4,600, playing big minutes now for the Heat. We have Bogdanovic at 4,500. We even have Brolo at 4,500. Eric Gordon at 4,400. Joe Harris, the three-point contest winner, at 4,300. He's been really solid too. We have Alan Crabb. Dwayne Wade at 4,300 is really cheap. Al-Farouq Aminu at 4,100. Just so many cheap options, like legit 10 guys in that 4 to 5K range that I like. So plenty of options to finish this out. Please drop a like on the video if it helped you at all. You can also visit the website if you want to cop a discounted baseball package. Thanks for watching, and good luck Thursday.